Hold on, everyone. We're not show ready. I bought my mascara out here because I couldn't open it, and then I forgot about it, so I got to put it on. Are they ready? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Welcome into Monday. Hello. Welcome. Today we are making, get ready with me stream. Just put my clothes on. The show must go on. We are making some yummy food today. Parmesan crusted chicken. It's kind of like an Italian cutlet. A lot of people would refer to it as like a schnitzel, but it's more Italian, okay? Because it's crusted in Parmesan, but breadcrumbs, I use panko, so it's kind of like, it's like a schnitzel cutlet that doesn't know where it came from because it uses panko breadcrumbs, which are Japanese. Parmesan, and it is so good. We're gonna serve it. We're gonna talk about how you want to serve it. It's chicken parm. Yeah, it's actually chicken parmesan. Like 3/4 of the ingredients are. A third of the ingredients are parmesan. So it's so good. And I'm in two minds because like. I was going to make that for later, for like lunch or, for the main part of the stream. But I thought maybe that would be really good for Exceed's breakfast as like in a roll. But I think we'll just do ham cheese tomato sandwich for him for breakfast. And then we're going to be doing this chicken parmesan with, first things first, wedges. And we'll talk about when you see this chicken, how you want to serve it. Like you can serve it with mash, you could serve it on its own, you could serve it in like a roll or make like maybe that's what we should do. Have like the recipe, like me, the things like the recipe for the chicken and then different serving, options. Like you can have it in a roll. You can have it with mash, you can have it on its own, you can make it into a chicken parmesana. It's really good. It's just so simple and so delicious that it is like criminal. Not feeding Exceed before stream anymore, that sucks. It didn't last very long, did it? No. If you were here a few weeks ago, we decided that Exceed was gonna eat before stream. My fridge is open. So that he didn't have to delay, getting into work and getting stressed and things like that. So that only lasted a few weeks. I don't know. Usually he has been getting his own food, but today he said to me, he's like, any breakfast today? And I was like, yeah, okay. So I will make it first because we've got cheese, tomato, ham, and I bought these rolls with the grocery order, bread rolls. I know, I didn't make them. Lazy. And they've been really fantastic. We've been having ham and salad rolls while we play Destiny, one-handed food. And so I've got 3 left, so I'll cut them in half, put them in the toaster. But the ingredient of the year, I don't know if anyone picked it up. He didn't really mention it the other day. What is going on with my fridge? Oh. Does anyone pick up the ingredient of the year? Ingredient of the year. I thought, well, that's a long time. It is. It's the ingredient of 2023. Did anyone pick up what it is? Something that Exceed for the last 2 years, he has chosen ingredient. That's his focus. Last year was rice. The year before was jalapenos. Mustard in any form, that's it. And his favourite is whole grain. So mustard, cheese, tomato, ham. He's not a big fan of ham. Like, if you know Exceed, he would basically go vegetarian if I cooked for him. And then bread. So we're going to put it in the toaster press. It's going to be magnificent. We could even add an egg if you want. But before we go into the stream, let's get back to last time on. I'm sus with the any form of mustard gas. Is it toxic? Tell me about it. Maybe streamer's husband dies from gas. Last time on, it's me. It always freaks me out. We did lemongrass beef bowls, like a beef salad. I never learned. Nearly 6 years of streaming, and salads do not work for food photos because Molly gets lazy after stream, right? So like I make salads on stream. They never, ever turn out well. I try to photograph it at like a few hours later. It looked like shit. Like I should never really make salads on stream, or I should really do a small portion because it was wasted. It didn't look very good. It tasted really delicious, but I really couldn't photograph it for the website. And yeah, so today's recipe that went on the website was chipotle salmon or chipotle chicken bowls because I didn't photograph it. I will try and get some beef this week and photograph it and get it on the website ASAP because it's a really delicious recipe. It's basically, I was calling it a lemongrass beef bowl, but basically it's a lemongrass beef salad. But you can take that lemongrass beef and then put it with rice if you want as well. Very good. And we also made brookie. So we used it's like a full recipe from the brownie and a half recipe of the cookie. I would probably say, I'll show you, but I'm possibly could be persuaded to add a full recipe of like a full batch of the cookies. It's fucking sublime though. It is so good. Exceed and I've only eaten because it's been a weekend. It's been like a really busy, but couldn't be bothered doing some stuff weekend. I did work stuff, website stuff over the weekend, but also played Destiny quite a bit and doing the campaign with Exceed. On Friday, it was a write-off. Like I felt, I was just in a crappy, like a unproductive mood. Like I just felt tired after stream and I didn't take photos of them. So then I haven't taken photos of them yet. So then Exceed was on like a rule, no eating the brookie. So it's in the fridge and we've only eaten 1.5 or maybe 2 slices. I needed enough to take the photos of. I'll show you it. It is really good. If anyone wants a nice sweet treat, something to take to friends and family's house to impress them, it's cookie meets brownie in delicious territory. The texture of the cookie changes a lot. It's very crisp compared to like chewiness because the brownie is so fudgy. You really need to undercook it so that the fudge sets and keep it in the fridge. I really recommend keeping the brookie in the fridge. Same like the brownies. I think they need to stay cold because then they get really chewy and magical. I'll show you later. So that was the stream. Shadi resub for tier 2 silver crew, so the extra special tier 2, for 37 months. That was the lemongrass beef. Lance resub for 14 months, Dirty Fart Girl for 2 months, and rated. So it was a good stream. 11 new people in the form of follows, and we're done. Let me get the brookie, and then we'll go through all things food, because it's back. I got some more memory in my... I went from 250 gigabyte to a terabyte of memory in my computer this week. So I had to reformat on my computer, and I'm living large. It's very, very exciting for me. I feel like my computer's running fast again, but it meant that I had to delete all of the programs, reinstall them over the weekend. So we've missed out on a bit of the all things food. So it's going to be a wild ride. This is the brookie. Oh yeah, 2 pieces. Well, maybe 2 and a bit pieces. Oh, okay. A bit got removed. Tamara, I got a message that you recommended us for something for Twitch at ANZ's International Women's Day event thing. I got a message asking, thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. She reached out to us and wants me to kind of answer some questions and promote myself in the channel. So I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It was very touching. It was out of nowhere, and I'm very grateful. So yes, appreciate it. Feel very, very lucky. Okay, so I do think that maybe we need more cookie. So this is a half batch of the cookie dough, but I'm thinking maybe we needed a full batch to make it like a bigger layer. This is only the sides. You'll have more in the middle of the cookie, but look how fudgy that is, like. Oh, thank you. That's really lovely. Look at that. No joke, it is sweet. But I realized, because you know how we had that little accident on stream where I doubled the recipe, but then we fixed it. I realized I put double the amount of coffee in here. You can taste it and it's really good. Like the coffee flavor comes through. It's really good. But yeah, so this is really fudgy. If you see, you want it to be set, but you can wobble it when it comes like out of the oven. And then, so this is like slightly undercooked. That's how you want. You don't want it fully cooked because then it's a cake. That's what gives brownie its fudgy texture. And then the cookie on top is really quite crisp. And chopped chunks through there. I serve it straight out of the fridge. It's really good. Would you like a proper recipe written up, even though it's a combination of two recipes? Would you like me to write a full recipe up? Oh, it's good. I need to put it in the fridge. Oh God. Because I will eat it. I don't think I'd ever say a restaurant. I like that. Okay. Now, we're going to do a deep dive into Discord, show what the community has been cooking and eating. Let's go. There was a mouse. Yeah, there we go. It's working. Can you guys see my mouse? You see that? Okay. This here is, beware my brain, meatloaf, mashed potatoes, roasted carrots. Ooh. I don't do roasted veggies enough, but I do really like them. Roasted carrots are underappreciated, I think. Really, there's just something about roasted carrots that are just so amazing. I think we should do like a roasted carrot on like a bed of like whipped feta, or something that you have like the really sweet carrots, like, but then have like a seasoning on them, and then like on a whipped feta base, like goat's cheese, so then you have that like zesty tanginess. I think that would be good. Hey Grumpy, welcome in. Happy Monday. It is a public holiday here in Australia, but we don't observe public holidays. No public holidays in Mollytopia. It's always party time. And I keep going to ask you guys, what are you doing on the public holiday? But then I remember that nearly none of you live in my state, so it doesn't matter. Been craving, well, you guys don't have a public holiday in Australia, do you? Like in your states? I think it's Labor Day or WA Day or something. In WA, we have ours next Monday. Okay, next week, okay. No holidays in Mollytopia. Mods never get a vacation. Yep, CAD. You are broken to the bone. Just, you know, no, all work, no play. You got to keep the party going. Okay, Margot, you know my feelings for this, and just saying the word out loud makes me uncomfortable because if you've been new around here, I have issues, deep-seated childhood trauma for this dish. I bet Margot's would be so much better, but I've deep-seated trauma from the word mornay, but like more specifically tuna mornay. And I bet this is delicious. I bet that you've done a way better job than my mum. But when tuna mornay sets, it goes like jelly and it's...
That salmon recipe you released looks good.
Peace one, thank you for 42 months. Thank you for being here. Wonderful human, it's lovely to see you. How's news? What's been happening? How's the piloting going? I have issues. Just quote me that. I have issues. I do. Is it like tuna casserole? Basically, I think. That looks pretty good. If you told me that was pasta bake, I would probably eat it. Has it got pasta in it? But my mum used to make it, and it was back when we were kids, back when we were kids in our childhood. We weren't allowed to like leave the table until it like you'd eaten your food. My mum wasn't a very good cook. She only recently started cooking, and never kind of knew about salt and pepper and seasoning ever. But that looks quite nice. What is it, like chives on top or dill? Not dill. Is it chives on top? Nice work. My version has pasta, but many don't. Yeah, my mum didn't. I'd be impressed. I'll eat tuna by itself. I'll eat mornay's or like a cheese sauce by itself. But the idea of them together, it's bad. I really need to fix that. I really should make like a pasta bake and get over my fear. Okay, for some reason, you know how I told you my computer's really fast? I don't know about it. It's a bit slow today. Exceed and I, Wednesday night, we got pizza, Destiny 2 expansion drop, Lightfall, and we've been playing together. It's been really great. We've been playing on Legendary. It's a bit tricky, but we've been getting through it and doing really well. And to celebrate, we got pizza. We have tried a few different pizza places, and we keep coming back to this one. It's really good. This is the Calabrese, so it is red sauce, mozzarella, cacciatore, which is Italian salami, prosciutto, Kalamata olives, and cherry tomatoes. And then I put feta on it after. I put like a goat's cheese feta. It's very good. And it's really light as well. Me, personally, I don't eat a lot of pizza, and I can only have like maybe a quarter of a pizza. I can nearly eat the whole thing. Accompanied with like stress eating of gaming. Like anytime I game, I get really stressed, so I have to have something to snack on and chew. I think that is a reason why I ate so much. Daddy Paco, welcome in. I usually do parsley, but my parsley died. Oh no! Chives, panko, parmesan, butter, salt and pepper on top makes a nice crust. Oh yeah, that sounds good. Panko is so much better than normal breadcrumbs. Dill peppers, balsamic chicken with sprouts. Chicken marinated in balsamic vinaigrette overnight. It's yellow though. My balsamic vinaigrette is like brown. It looks good. This is a really cool, is this like one of those flameless grills or indoor grills? Cool. And big sprouts, nice. They're so little. Little Brussels. Thank you, Dill Peppers, for sharing. And thank you from Margot for sharing. And beware. All right, what else we got? Krissa garlic steak bite salad with tarragon dressing. That looks really good. Bell pepper capsicum, cherry tomatoes. Like a creamy tarragon dressing. I need to get some tarragon. and grow in the garden when eventually we do it, because I think there's so much you can make with tarragon. It's not like a herb that I'm used to cooking with. This is the sex. The sex is good. The sex in the pan. I showed you on stream on Friday, but that's how the sex in the pan turned out. It's really good. I need to remake it one more time to test the recipe. This week I'm working on the Molly Test Kitchen. So if you're interested in testing recipes, I'm going to throw them at you guys. All I'm asking is for you to fill out a document to kind of give your review and suggestions and things like that, so I can tweak the recipes. And this will be one of the first ones in there. So if you stay tuned for more info. Dirty Fart Girl, last night's dinner. What is this? If we can just have a description, if that's okay, in the post. Bruschetta. Cauliflower. I don't know what this is. Curry? Looks like poppadoms broken up. That's good. And then Beware My Brain made the website focaccia recipe. Looks like she halved it. Really good as well. Looks like you nailed it. Mushroom ravioli. Thank you. So this is mushroom ravioli with a cream sauce. What is this thing on? Oh, that's Parmesan. I thought it was like a poppadom. Yum. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so that's a Molly First Things First focaccia and HelloFresh chicken palmiro. Never heard of a chicken palmiro. Hold on, palmo? P-A-L-E-R-M-O, Palermo? Palmo? Chicken palmo? Palermo? Chicken Palermo. How do you pronounce that? And what is it? Looks like there's crispy prosciutto, chicken, pasta. Looks good, whatever it is. Chris, now we've got look at how many of you guys are on HelloFresh. HelloFresh shawarma rama, chicken and kale salad with roasted veggies, cucumber and almonds. Ooh. This looks really good. What was the sauce on top? That looks really yum. All right, my computer's having a fit. Here we go. These are the cookies, salted caramel and cream cheese cookies. Ooh. A suggestion from Cubby Bakehouse. Interesting. Thank you for sharing, Grumpy. Remind me later to talk about copycat recipes. I thought we'd do some copycat stream. We call them Miss Molly remakes. We'll talk about it later. Remind me, because I will forget. Dirty Fart Girl, here's my dirty Cobb salad. Oh my God, Grumpy, I accidentally tagged Grump Grandpa instead of you. This is what I was talking about, baking science, to talk about melted butter versus cold butter and beating the butter. Guys, that was like a little reel. Dirty Cobb salad, that looks delicious. Nice little veggies. Thank you for sharing. CAD, iconic KFC item is back after 10 years hiatus. So this is the KFC Double Downs. We've had them for a while. I'm surprised you guys didn't have them in the US. Maybe it's time for a name change in Discord. No, I just did it without thinking. I didn't check. Because I just assumed that there was no one else grumpy in the chat except you in Discord. Go away. I'll fix it. Kate made oven-baked fajitas. First things first, fajitas. Recipes in our cookbook. Look at all the little hands. Ready to jump in. Thank you, Kate, for sharing. Looks so good. Chicken, veg, guac, cheese, lettuce. Nice. With sour cream, of course. What else we got? Oh, this is the brookie. So I stacked them up like that to take a photo, and then I took one photo, and then we went walking or something. I don't know, but I got ready to take photos. I think I took one, and then I packed them back away. Sam went to a boodle fight, Filipino food. So this is how they do, like, they dress the whole table in like banana leaf, and then everyone has got a portion of rice, and then you have different types of like all your meats and your, you know, salads and all kind of like all your dishes laid out on the table. It's really cool. I'd like to go to one. I've never, only seen them from nurses that I used to work with. They used to send me photos. So fried tilapia, pancit canton, which is fried noodles, egg noodles fried with chicken, veggie, and liver. Picabet, which is assorted veggies sauteed in shrimp paste topped with crispy pork. Lechon kawali, which is deep fried pork belly, fried eggplant and rice plus salsa, egg, tomato, onion, and shrimp paste. Everything that Exceed doesn't eat. Looks good. Dang, look at that. It's a whole fish. Wow, wow. Thank you for sharing, Sam. Looks great. Grumpy made my cookies from the website, the chewy soft cookies, and then she made some loaded ones. How do you think the loaded ones went? Did you end up putting the cream cheese inside? Did a double batch and made 3 loaded ones. Look at them. Are they all gone now? Okay, Margot, this chicken couscous and my mouse. Chicken couscous and salad HelloFresh was super quick to cook, so perfect for a Friday night. Hell yeah. Look at all that couscous. Chicken, salad, that's fantastic. Doesn't look good. Hey, Rusty. How was your weekend? This is a sad day. I went to Costco on Thursday with my mum, and driving home was like 45, it was like, the drive is like 45 minutes, but then we were doing other stuff. Like I went to Costco and then we went to a kitchen shop. We went to get some other stuff done. And the dumplings, like the store-bought frozen dumplings, defrosted and they all stuck together. And then I put them directly in the freezer, so then they were even more stuck together. And then this is trying to cook them. It was really sad. It was really like frustrating because they just tasted like shit. The brand, like the filling wasn't good inside anyway. So it was upsetting. It worked. I think I just need to shape them a bit better. Going to attempt Nutella pancakes. Well, not Nutella pancakes, Nutella cookies. Sounds good. What else we got? Sam went out for a meal again. A Turon, which is banana and jackfruit wrapped spring roll wrappers, partnered with damn delicious oob ice cream. Look at that. Thank you for sharing, Sam. Look at that. Still never had oob. Oob, isn't it? And then this is Hello Hello, which is a sweetened banana, beans, and corn nata de coco, coconut strings served with milk, shaved ice, leche flan, which is milk flan, purple yam, which is oob, right? Cornflakes, Rice Krispies, oob ice cream, and dulce de leche on top. Nice. Wow. That I've seen Hello Hello, and it just looks like all different types of flavors and textures and whatnot. I like to try it. How many of you guys have had a Hello Hello? Halo Hello? Is that how you say it? Wow. Look at that. This reminds me of those, what are the cherries called? Like the cocktail cherries that are green and red? Or is it the pickles that are, the pickled onions that are green. Now I'm confused. Maraschino, but do they come in green? I'm thinking, did they come in green? Or am I thinking of the pickled, like, little mini cocktail onions that are green? I don't know, but that, very nice. I love cherries too, yeah. Maraschino cherries you can just eat. You can get green cherries, okay. I don't know what's going on with my computer. I think maybe, I don't know, something's different. Just bear with me, guys. Kate tried this, not bad. I wouldn't call it a cider though. It has a lighter taste than our usual apple or pear ciders, probably why they said cider and soda. It's called Sky River Cider Company, cider and soda, passion fruit. 96 calories, naturally flavored, 3% carbs, 4% alcohol. Ube is pronounced ube. Okay, thank you, Krissa. Ube. Ube. What is the difference between, what is an Amarena cherry? Is that the one where it's like a lot more syrupy? I think that may be what I have in the pantry as well. They're like Italian cherries. I have to have a look. Here we go. Grumpy, I didn't see this photo. Homemade lasagna sheets. Look at that mat. Heck yeah. This is awesome. Dang. Hell yeah. Great work. Thank you for sharing that. Let's go. Grumpy made the pasta, and now I've been what? Oh, hold on. And then she made lasagna. Hold on, did I? I didn't even comment on this. Oh my God, I didn't even see it. Homemade lasagna with homemade pasta sheets. That's amazing. Great work. That looks really, look at that crispy top. Were you happy with how it turned out? We had heaps of fun in the kitchen. I love that. Mum and I made lasagna from scratch. Oh, I hope it was a great weekend with your mum. I remember you saying that they were coming down. And Kate has been getting organised in the kitchen. Pantry organisation TikToks have inspired her. Very cool. You can tell she's, look at that, all that prep and organisation. I like it. You having lasagna, Dirty Fart Girl? Nice. This is what I am in love with. When we travel, we come home and that is the first thing, like when you've got you come home from like a big trip and you've got no food in the house, we have a shower and then I go out to the grocery store and I get bread and ham and salad and roll ingredients. And it's healthy, it's fresh, it's just so delicious. Ham, cheese, tomato, lettuce, avocado, mayo, whole grain mustard. I could eat them every day of the week. First things first, crusty bread from Grumpy. This looks really fantastic. This is a recipe from my first cookbook. It is a really easy, fuss-free, easy crusty bread. It's called Easy Crusty Bread. And Grumpy asked if she could make it in a loaf tin. Easy, super simple. You just need to maybe tweak the cooking time, just to like watch it. You can, the only thing is, if you've got a really big like stainless steel bowl, put it over top to mimic like the steamy environment that you would get in a cast iron, like with a casserole dish. Or put a dish underneath, like a metal dish or a tray, heat the oven up, throw some ice cubes in there as you're putting in the bread loaf, because that will create some steam in the oven and that helps it rise and get a nice crust. Margot, peri peri chicken, mashed potato and veg. Would a pizza stone work? No, because it's the same with, I did it in a casserole dish, like a stone one, that it gets really hot itself, but then if you put in cold ice, then it cracks it. I've cracked a casserole dish by heating it up, putting cold ice, and the temperature fluctuation, it cracked. The other thing is getting like a casserole dish with water, pop it at the bottom of the oven and preheat that with your oven, and that will create a nice steamy environment, and it will keep the temperature consistent. So that works really well. And then halfway through the baking of the bread, take that tray out so that the oven can dry up, and then it creates a crust. Because you need that stone initially, but you need to remove the steam so that the crust can set and then go nice and firm. I've got my cast iron pot, so I'll do that. Yeah, fabulous. Margot also made some cookies. Molly, chocolate chunk cookies. Had to add a little flour than the grams on the website. It was too wet. Oh, interesting. Really? How much, like, flour? That's weird. I hope they all worked out. I'm glad. If you, like, maybe we should chat, like, what could have happened. I'll check the recipe. I only made it on Friday, Wednesday. Oh yeah, Friday. We made the cookie recipe on Friday. But they look really good. I like that you use the chocolate chunks. I like the puddles. Were you happy with them in the end? Had you made them before, Margot? Thank you. Oh, no, we've still got more. We've still got more. Yes, egg size can definitely, and that's one of the reasons large eggs are recommended, because extra large or jumbo eggs, they make a difference. So that's why in the blog post, it will give you a reasoning, like, you know, the ingredients, all that are needed, and then an explanation. So what you can do, Margot used large eggs, but this is just for FYI for everyone. You whisk the egg. If you're using jumbo eggs or extra large eggs, whisk them, like crack it in a bowl, whisk it, and then measure out 60 grams. I think it's 60 grams. Oh, it's 55 grams without a shell. Yeah. It was weird. I followed the recipe exactly until the point first time making them. Okay, I'll have a look. But hopefully you can make them again and they turned out better. But I will definitely have a look because that makes me nervous. I always get worried about things like that something can go wrong. I don't think, the only thing that I'm worried about is that we had some changes with the website going down, but I don't think it would change a recipe. I hope it doesn't. I was just a plug-in. The recipe shouldn't be affected. Tonight's dinner, red beans and rice. Eee. Red beans. And then this is like a pork sausage. It was easy to adjust on the fly, so no biggie, no worries. But yeah, it needs to be consistent, so I have to have a look. We got an early Christmas gift of a trifle, and my fiance had to make like a trifle container, what's it called? A trifle vessel, trifle bowl. Banana pudding. This looks amazing. Royal, thank you for sharing. That looks really good. Oh, I'm so keen for Biscoff banana pudding. I have all these recipes that need to go on the website, and I need to make it so I can take photos of it again. Thank you. Oh, there's more. My partner made the biscuits from Ted Lasso. They were so good. So excited for season 3 in a few weeks. I know. Look at them. Great job. That looks amazing. I love this pan. What kind of brand is this pan? That looks amazing. I'm so happy for you. And I'm glad that you are a Ted Lasso fan. Biscoff, yum. Yes. Champagne, pour the champagne. I need to write myself a freaking note that I need to change the, I need to update the playlist. I should write myself a letter right now. Dirty Fart Girl, tonight's food, lemon ricotta cheesecake and beef lasagna. Hey, look at that. Amazing. Look how good that is. Is this your house? I'm not snooping, I'm just... Look at that. Look at that. That looks so good. Yeah, that's our house. So pretty. I love all the yellow and the bright greens and it looks beautiful. Look at that. Look at that cheesecake. Thank you. Can't wait for the cheesecake once it's, yeah. You gotta wait for it to set. It's frustrating, isn't it? Alrighty. Let's make breakfast and let's talk about the thing that I needed you guys to remember was copycat recipes. Yes. So is there something that you've eaten that you would like a Molly recipe for? In the past, we've done what we call Miss Molly remakes, where you guys, really? You guys give me something that you've eaten, like a famous food, like a Chick-fil-A sauce, or what have we done in the past? Homemade Twix or something like that, and then I remake it on stream. Do you have any suggestions? So it's always a bit of fun to get you guys involved and, you know, recipe ideas, because I see a lot of cookies from, I've a company called Crumble. Is that what it's called? Crumble Cookies? There's heaps of like copycat recipes, people doing like baking like that. Scotcheroos. What is a scotcheroo? Great light, welcome in. Enjoy your look. Crumble is a thing now. What do you mean it's a thing? Okay. For a time, there was a lot of cupcake stores. Now there's cookies. Crumble is the cookie store. Yeah, do you remember it was Sprinkles, wasn't it? Is that the cupcake company that then had ATMs that sold cupcakes? Crumble is the cookie store. Rice Krispie. Okay, Scotcheroos is Rice Krispie bats with chocolate and peanut butter on top. Sprinkles is the cupcake. Macca's apple. Oh. Rice Krispie bars with chocolate and peanut butter on top. And that is called a Scotcheroo, is it? Scotcheroos are so good. I'm thinking of Snickerdoodle. So good. Okay. A Macca's apple pie. I can do that. Sweet and savoury. What would you like me to see like replicated? So a Scotcheroo. Scotcheroo. Okay, so things that we can't get in Australia is like, you know, a lot of people do that copycat like KFC and things like that. Chick-fil-A sauce. I want a recipe for ranch, okay? That's something we don't really get in Australia. Thank you. What's the last thing that you've eaten or seen on TikTok, Instagram, and you want to be like, hey, I want to be able to make that at home? Or maybe it's like KFC coleslaw. I do love KFC coleslaw. The prerequisite when I eat KFC is I have to have slaw, because it's like it cuts through all of like
Delicious.
the oily fattiness. You have to have the coleslaw.
Hello again.
Royal, welcome in. Thank you very much. 25 months. We're talking about copycat recipes. What about KFC potato and gravy? But better. I can't stand the slaw. You're crazy. Okay. All right. We're making little sandwiches. Yes, potato and gravy. Cool. I like the Macca's apple pie one. That was something I wouldn't have thought of. It's a good one. We need more savoury recipes. I've got all of these ideas and whatnot for sweet stuff that I want to add to the website. But like, and I've noticed that I struggle with savoury recipes for myself, creatively wise, you know, for weekend meals, weekday meals. And if I'm struggling, more likely you guys are struggling too. Romy's found out. Stroganoff. Bellagio, okay, from Cheesecake Factory. Chicken Bellagio. Tell me about it. Cheesecake Factory. And stroganoff. Crispy coated chicken breast over basil pasta and Parmesan cream. Ooh, that sounds good. Sounds really nice. Okay. Take out a lot of tomato. Okay. So then we've got cheese to go and mustard. La 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 la. Mm-hmm. Making some lunch meat sandwiches? Yes. No. Yeah, yeah, but then we're toasting them. Any mayo, Molly? I wasn't going to. Do you think we should add mayo? I'm going to put them in the toast, like a toaster press for breakfast. What do you think? Oh, should we do mayo? So these are just regular rolls. You could use the burger bun recipe from the website. Soft burger buns. I love mayo. Oh, I didn't even add butter. All right. Do you like mayo? Yeah, I like Kewpie. I have it on most things. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I love real mayo. What do you, Katie? What do you mean? You saying my mayo ain't real mayo? Do you mean like homemade mayo? Once you go Kewpie, you never go back. Trust me. Miracle Whip mayo for dressing, etc. Okay. We don't have Miracle Whip in Australia. Just gotta make sure. There we go. It works. Put this back in the fridge. Miracle. Oh, shit face. Sorry. I'm very sorry for that. Jones and me. All right. Mejor. Meal. Okay. Like that. How about honey mustard? Oh, I like honey mustard. Do you have Lunchables in Australia? Not the brand. I think we have like a similar product. Ask a parent in chat or ask someone else in chat. Guys, do we have like a meal kit? We have stuff like crackers and cheese. But I don't know. It's not something that I would buy, and I don't have, like kids or anything like that. So, I'm not trying not to be too rude. Like maybe there's some adults in the stream that like Lunchables too. So it's not something that I have eaten. Without, like, I've not gone and buy it. Like I've eaten them before. No, I'm backtracking. I'm digging myself a hole. Hey, Munchable. Okay, we have Munchables. I'm being told. Munchables. God, mustard keeps falling off. Okay, so the ingredient of the year is mustard in any form. So we have whole grain mustard, which is the best mustard. You guys know what whole grain mustard is? That's whole grain mustard. It's the best. It's like a milder flavored mustard. That's really good. So that's it. It's very nice. Now you get this. I did have a recipe, I think, for like a honey mustard chicken. Okay. I'm just going to turn this away because sometimes things get put in the cupboard and they're not cleaned. This one's clean. You know when they're not like completely wiped out nicely? And it's like because you're lazy and you think like it's a future me problem. The future me brings it out on stream and it's like messy and it looks bad. So, okay, this goes in like this. 3 little sandwiches all lined up like little piggies. And you squish it down like that. And it toasts it. And squishes it. And melts it. And it's delicious. Dijon whole grain honey mustard, my top 3. Isn't honey mustard though basically just a dressing that you put mustard with? Or do you guys actually have like a store-bought product called honey mustard? Because I always just thought it was a dip that someone just got the ingredients together and made a condiment. I suppose mustard in itself is a condiment and just ignore me. Okay. Now, we're going to make, first things first, wedges on the menu. I was hoping that Liz was going to be here, but I don't think she is. So we're not going to make chiffon cake today. We are going to make raspberry ricotta cake from the website because I want to photograph it. The website recipe it's not cut in my mustard. I think it needs to be better. And I bought ricotta last week and I've been meaning to remake it. So we might as well do it today. Chicken, potatoes, like Parmesan crusted chicken with potatoes, wedges, and then having a dessert of ricotta cake. It's going to be good. Want this? You make your own honey mustard. How do you do it? What's your tip or trick? Your Chrissa secret? do any of you guys have your own recipes like that you have, that you don't tell anyone what's in them? Like a secret recipe that you kind of take to your grave, or you, I don't know, that you do differently, that you just want to keep secret so nobody knows what you do because people love it? The result? My grandma did, yeah? The old biddies. They just wanted to keep everything under wraps, didn't they? Super easy, equal parts Dijon mustard and local honey. Yeah, okay, that sounds good. I like that. I have secret tips, like you change one ingredient in a classic recipe. Yeah? Okay. Like what? What's your current one that you've been making recently? And what's that? I had a recipe for such a long time that no one ever knew, but I've made it on stream before. I always said that I wouldn't give out my fried chicken recipe because it always changed. I always called it secret. It was just because I always changed it. But the choc chip cookie dough cheesecake, it is very rich, very bougie, and it is insanely good. So it's choc chip cookie dough, and then you put that inside a cheesecake, like a ricotta, condensed milk, cream cheese, cheesecake. It is amazing. And you slice open, and there's like chunks of cookie dough in there. Oh, look at that. I never tell anyone my exact recipes I use for cake orders. Oh, okay. I did cheesecake brownies. Oh, yes. I love that as well. I only have one secret recipe, my pumpkin roll. What do you think makes it different and what makes it special to you? You don't have to tell us the secret part about, like, is it because like it tastes chewy, or is it like the spice blend that you had? Like, give us a little tip. Leave us hanging. When she passed, I wanted so many of her recipes, but she didn't have much. Yeah, because she all had them in here. That's the problem with grandmas. I still find myself going to ring my grandma and ask her for a baking advice or like suggestions and stuff. She's been gone for nearly a year. And yeah, it's just like all these things that I go to ask my dad to ask her or whatever. But she did write a lot down. But I didn't realize how simple they were. Like, she made them special, but a lot of the base recipes were all from like Women's Day and like shared recipes that she cut out of newspapers and stuff. Yeah, it's crazy how wow, okay. I don't have secret recipes so much as recipes I keep in mind, which I just eyeball the amount. Nice. She was so secret and I had to write them. Oh, and plus I missed the rest of that. Our family has a chocolate self-saucing pudding recipe that has been passed down for a few generations, but can never leave our family. Interesting. How come? Would you ever? You have to make, that's something I need to do. I need to make the self-saucing pudding. I think, recipe testing team, how many of you are interested in being part of the Molly Test Kitchen? I accidentally asked my dad how my grandma was. She passed away in May last year. Mine passed away in April, yeah. And there's so many times I'm like, oh, Dad, can you like, you know, and then I was like, oh, I remember. Do you remember Nestle Toll House chocolate chip cookies from the TV show Friends, where the secret recipe was Phoebe's grandma? Yes, that is so true for a lot of people, which you don't realise. Like, I always thought my grandma was this extraordinary baker, which she is, but you go through her recipes and some of them were just cut out of like newspapers or whatever, and she'd made them her own, but the base recipe was like definitely inspired by Women's Weekly or Women's Day or the local magazine. I'd love to say yes, but I feel like I won't always be able to test things. No, that's okay. It's like there'll be stuff that it's like you test when you can. I don't want to put any pressure on things, but I'll just kind of dump them in there, and when we get enough tests, then they'll go on the website. Or like I'll tweak them and stuff. I could do some testing, especially for savoury things. I could do some testing, especially if some savoury things are in the works. Yes. Less sweet stuff, Margot. What are you trying to say? I have so much free time for cooking. So cooking is my release. Nice. Okay. So is that a yes, Grumpy? Roselli, I need an excuse to cook versus ordering out all the time. I get that. Roselli, I hope you're doing well. I've missed you. All right. Drop that one in. That a yes from me. Nice. Budget and kid friendly, right up my alley. Sounds good. Alrighty. Look at these. That succeeds. Woo! And this is Miss Molly's. Ready? Hold on. Ready? Yes. Could be a bit more melty, but looks good. Look at that. Ooh. Oh, I didn't add salt and pepper. Rookie mistake. I'm sweet enough already. Boom. This is true. Even though you have a sassy side. You catch more bees with honey than, what is it? Catch more flies with honey than vinegar? A lot of pepper. Has to be a lot of pepper. Same salt and pepper shake, do you really? This was a set of 2 from Target. They had a little caddy thing, but now I just put it on the little tray, bamboo tray thing. It goes like that. On my bench. I need to fill up some salt. Okay, we need to wipe that. All right. I'll be back. Let's have a bite first. Good. Mm-hmm. Don't. This is me dancing, by the way. Okay, let's clean that. Chicken. Wedges first, but then chicken. Or nah, cake first. What do you think? Cake? Wedges, then cake. Wedges, then cake. If you've made the first things first wedges before, you'll know they're so simple. One of the reasons why we're doing them today is because I ordered Royal Blue and they gave me these ones. All-rounder red potatoes. They're not the same. So if you're in Australia, Royal Blue, you gotta do it. They're the best. Royal Blue potatoes. Once you go Royal Blue, you never go back. They're more flavorful, in my opinion. They just taste better. They're more versatile. They just are great. If you're in North America, I think they're Yukon Gold. Okay? Red Shepherd? Come on in. Thank you so much. Your third gift sub. I appreciate you. Thank you for gifting to Arbitrator. Random act of kindness. I like that. That was really great. Commander Shepherd, welcome back in. I don't know. Commander Shepherd, thank you for giving to Arbitrator. Arbitrator, come on in for another month. Hey, Brian. I missed the sandwich. It is just a bread roll with ham, tomato, cheese, whole grain mustard, and mayonnaise, salt and pepper. Okay. Needs to be a bit more. Eat a bit nicely. Okay, put that aside. This recipe is super simple. All you'll need is potatoes and some seasonings and a tray, okay? Lined with baking paper if you are that way inclined. One of these big guys. This is Nordic wear. I got this from Costco. I like it because it's aesthetic. Very nice, gold. Surely it must make my food taste nicer. And out like that. You only use gold? Yeah. But trust me, if you haven't tried royal blue potatoes, if you can get your hands, they're really kind of purpley blue colour skin, and then the really yellow gold flesh. Really, really great. It'll really just, they're an all-round potato and they're just so useful in, you just have to buy one variety for baking, stewing, roasting, mashing, and they're really flavorful. Okay. Potatoes. Keep the skin on. We don't muck around with peelers around here, mainly because I lost mine. But you have more nutrients in the skin, okay? So all you want to do is grab a potato, like that, and then cut it in half. And then if you're just wanting to be safe, put the flat surface on the bottom, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again, like that. So take some wedges, okay? Doesn't matter what size they are, as long as they're roughly the same size, because then they cook evenly. That's right. There we go. And we're gonna mix these with a combination of the Molly Mexican seasoning mix, or you can make a taco seasoning mix, oil, and then once they come out of the oven, we're going to toss them in some Parmesan and some parsley. Like that. So you can do this multiple ways. You can cut it in half like that, and then cut it like this. But I get worried about, if you're a beginner, like knife skills. So what you can do, make sure the most safe way is if there's a flat surface and you cut down. And then what you can do is either cut it diagonally like that, or hold it so you've got a grip and then put it between your fingers like that, because it's not stable, but you're holding the sides of it. or you can put the corner down, shape like facing down, and then cut towards the corner. If you're really worried, you can make them into chips. Same way, cut it in half, and then just cut it into thirds like that. So then you've got like still kind of wedges, but it's just a safer technique. Cut them into thirds or quarters. Cool. Always do more than you think because they go really quickly, these chips. You can always reheat them, rebake them to refreshen them, but they're very popular in a house. Where is the broken? Okay. The more surface area, the crunchier they're going to go. The smaller they are, the crunchier they're going to go. So if you want them to be fluffy and puffy and large, then do a larger size. Whereas if you want crispy, you want to go a bit thinner. There we go. I think that's enough. Transfer them over to your tray. Like that. Like that. It's a bit big. Spread them out nice and evenly. If you have them overlapping each other, they won't get as crispy. So maybe, if possible, getting a larger pan or using 2 pans. Let's spread these out a bit better. And you want them as much as possible, like in touch with the pan. So rather than sitting up like that with the skin touching, you want the side of the potato touching because then it will get more conduction of heat and energy and it will get crispier. So flip them around and you want cut side down. But that means you're going to possibly not have as much room. Spread these out. Like that. Well, there's no point doing this because I need to season them. But you get the deal. Okay, Mexican seasoning mix from First Things First. So you get this in both of our cookbooks, First Things First and All In Together, but it's commonly referred to in our community as First Things First seasoning. Like that. Drizzle oil. And then your seasoning mix, about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I make that up in bulk so that you can use it easily. And then this is just some salt. I'm using smoked salt just because it's right in front of me. Look at that. And then you want to kind of zhuzh it up just to make sure everything's coated. That's what I was saying, it was a waste of time what I did, organising it all. Hey, Nito, stranger. You had a busy week last week, did ya? Had a holiday from Molly. Giving you a hard time. How you been? Might add some more seasoning. So good. But don't say Intrepid, welcome back. Okay. What's our cracker lacking? be very proud of me, Intrepid. I've been playing the campaign on Legendary, killing it, with help of with Exceed, of course. But yeah, loving it. They're making me work. Disgusting. Imagine having a workplace that makes you work. Look at this. We're making first things first wedges from our first cookbook. It's basically chop, mix, bake. And then once these come out of the oven, then we toss them in some Parmesan and parsley. All right. It's gonna go in the oven, which I did turn on. We're going to get into the raspberry cake, raspberry ricotta cake from the website. Because I want to rephotograph it. I was saying to Exceed yesterday, I have all these photos from the old website or work that I've previously done, recipes I've created and I've photographed. But my style for the website is completely different, and I can't upload them. They won't look the same. The aesthetic will be off. I know it sounds a bit stupid, but they all need to match. They all need to be looking good. All my style and I've got better at photographing and whatever. I want them to be all match. Be nice. Okay. Good so much. Okay. So the things you'll need for the ricotta cake is ricotta. This is the ricotta I recommend. It's firmer, less liquid. There's a lot of it. Comes in a kilo. You can get this same product from the deli section and they slice it and you only buy as much as you need. But this is the one I recommend majority of the times just because it's less moisture and it's like crumblier. That means you can control the amount of liquid in the cake or in the recipe if it's firmer, whereas some ricottas that you get in tub have like a watery than the others or they have more whey. So if you find that there's a lot of whey, strain it slightly in like a dishcloth or a strainer just to reduce and remove some of the whey, okay? If you didn't see the recipe of the week there it is. It's gone live. This is the chipotle salmon or chicken bowls. Look at that. So this is this week's recipe. Look how good that looks. You can do it with tofu if you wanted, if you didn't have salmon or chicken. You could even do it with pork. So that's the new recipe. And then we're gonna go here and do enter. We're gonna retake these photos. Because see, this just isn't very nice looking. I don't know. I think it can be so much better. They're just a bit boring. And they're very, they're very brown. So I want to remake it, rephotograph it, okay? So the things you will need is a 9-inch or 20 to 22 centimeter cake tin, butter, sugar, vanilla extract, fresh ricotta, eggs, plain flour, baking powder, raspberries, white chocolate if you want. It's optional, and some icing sugar on top. Very easy. 9-inch cake tin. I really should organise my cake tins better. That's what I want to find, someone who organises cake tins really well. Like, follow them on, you know, if you guys have seen Instagram or Pinterest, TikTok hacks, how the hell do you effectively store cake tins? Because they're all awkwardly shaped like this. There's just, you know, like, they take up so much room, and there's so many different shapes and sizes. Not that one, not that one. This one. Okay. That is 8-inch. I use a document storage thing for some of mine. Document storage thing. What do you mean? Like a filing cabinet? Like a mag. Oh, yeah. I got something like that in here. It's like a metal. So, store them in the servants' quarters. Unfortunately, they want to be in there themselves, and there's not enough room. I have these kind of like concertina things that you slot in for my trays, but the pans are a bit harder. I think this is 8-inch too. Let's go 8-inch then. Should just be a bit fatter. Okay, babies. Okie dokie. The things you'll need, 2 bowls. So we need baking powder, plain flour, sugar, eggs, 3 eggs. I want to get some of those under-shelf baskets now. Thanks, Molly. Under-shelf baskets. Under-shelf baskets? What do you mean? Three eggs. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that one's stuck in there. That can stay there. 3 eggs, plain flour. Baking powder. Sugar. And then you could use frozen raspberries, fresh raspberries, blueberries, whatever. It's really versatile. Should we add some milk? So we can choose. You can choose. You have the power. Do you want raspberry white chocolate? Raspberry caramelized white chocolate? Okay. Feel like a room. I don't know if I can reach them. This is white chocolate. And then caramelized white chocolate. Calabao. Calabao? Caramelized a regular white. Caramelized white chocolate? White chocolate. What do we think? What do we use? If you feel. Oh yeah, I just saw. I was just gonna have a look. What are we making? Raspberry white chocolate cake. Raspberry ricotta cake. Oh, that's cool. Oh, easy, I like that. That's a really cool idea. Where are they from? Holy shit, that is a good idea. What? That is such a good idea. Because up here is all shelves. That would be fantastic. Oh my God. Amazon. Oh, because look at all this wasted space. Like all this wasted space. I could lower the shelf. I could do more shelves. I could do definitely more shelves. But the thing is if I add more shelves, then I can't see. Whereas with your idea, they're see-through and I could see what's in there. Do you know what I mean? I like that idea, having wire shelves, because then from here, because I'm such a shorty, I can see what would be in the wire rack and I can pull it down. I love that. Oh my God, Easy, amazing. Could we please give Easy a VIP, please? All right, what? Hey, Peanut, how you doing? How's your weekend been, Peanut? You're amazing, thank you. Okay, chocolate goes away for now. I'm great, I'm really good, thank you for asking. We're making the recipe that's already on the website. It is easy raspberry ricotta cake. It's delicious. So we go jump to recipe. Then we do, should we make the whole, we should prep it. We should organize it, do it right. Okay, so 115 grams. That's empty. Do a cheeky double batch. Too soon. Too freaking soon. Too soon. I was so stressed because I was like, surely I didn't write like adding 3 cups of sugar into a brownie recipe. That's so, like, the brownies are sweet, but like that is fucking sweet. And I was thinking, oh my God, I've written notes to myself that I had to go back and like reassure myself that that wasn't wrong. Like, I just was so worried. I love silica mats. They're fantastic, aren't they? Yes. These are, we have 2 different types. This is the maker's mat, which has numbers. And then we have this, the basic B, which is just the logo. I can't remember if I jumped into stream, into chat that stream, but I definitely lurked and saw that. Oh my God, yeah. Accidentally doubling a recipe. That's what's, it's so great about the new website. You can halve and double and whatever, but not when you're not expecting it. So 1/2 cup of butter. Okay, this rest of this butter goes in here. It's our little butter container. You should be put in here when it's cold. It's less messy. But we left this on the bench last night. This is not the way to do it. I want to know how this song came about. Does Harry Styles actually write his own music? Or is it like a, does he use a, like a songwriter? There we go. I think he writes some of them, yeah. Surely you just don't have the time, like, Pepper Potts, thank you for the 250 bits. Appreciate you. Thank you very much. We are making wedges in the oven. We are doing raspberry ricotta cake from the website. And then we are getting into a new delicious chicken crusted with Parmesan. It's amazing. It's gonna be delicious. Is there a reason that you use the container over a Butterbell? I have a Butterbell and I just found it messy and the water went everywhere all the time. It would splish and splosh. And a Butterbell is basically, let me find. Okay, so this is what it is. I still have it. There's imagine this. So a Butterbell is filled with water, like half filled with water. You put your butter in there, and so that's, you submerge it with underneath with water. So then it keeps your butter fresher for longer because it doesn't oxidize, and the water keeps it colder. It is good, but we just found it really messy. I did like it, but it just became really messy. Australian heat, I don't know, it was just softened. And yeah, it wasn't really effective, and it's small. I like my big jar. The only problem is like this time of the year, in summer, it gets a bit softer. So sometimes we put it in the fridge, but I have only been using a little bit, like half of a block of cheese, a block of butter, because of the heat, it goes off faster. So you want to use it quickly. Is that an American thing? I've never heard of them. I'd never heard of it either. I was introduced by a community member. I think we call that a butter crock here. Okay. I've heard of a Butterbell, but it was something that was introduced by a community member. Hey Google, what is a Butterbell? Yeah, so
here you go.
What? Hey Google, describe a Butterbell.
Here you go.
What do you mean, here you go? Hey Google, what is a Butterbell? She says fucking
here you go.
Again. What does that mean?
Here you go.
So go, Bryn, it's broken, I want a refund. All right, 220 grams of sugar. I'm ugly. There we go. Sugar, 400 grams. We've got a kilo, so we'll have 600 grams extra. If you have any idea what I should do with the ricotta, let me know. Maybe we make ricotta pancakes on Wednesday morning. Your bowls are pretty. Thank you. They're higgledy-piggledy. A little bit of... Nothing really matches, but they're special. I made a wrong Grafton Street right side of the bus. Put it on toast. Yeah. Ricotta with prosciutto on a crusket, really good. All right. Ricotta, so it's vacuum sealed. It lasts for a long time. Zero that. We need to get 400 grams. Oh, look at this. It's just so magical. I love ricotta. My brother has always made fun of me because I love cheeses like ricotta, mozzarella, and he thinks it's gross. That I'll just eat break off a bit like that and just eat it. He thinks it has no flavor, but I think it has flavor of dairy. It's just so good. 370. Yeah, with honey. Look at that. So it's firmer ricotta, but you can break it up and then mix it with some milk if you want to loosen it up. Okay. Back in the fridge. Go away, girl. You do not want to freeze ricotta. It changes the texture. Don't do it. People say, oh yeah, freeze cheese. It's never the same. Nothing, I don't really like freezing. I know it's an unpopular opinion. I don't really like freezing too many foods because it changes the texture. Meats are ideally I wouldn't freeze, especially steak. Chicken, it's okay, but it does change the texture. Cheeses, meats, fruits, I do like frozen fruit, but it breaks down the cell membrane and it lets a lot of moisture out. And so there's some stuff that I'll tell you that you can freeze it, but I don't always do it myself, in all transparency. Because we don't make enough to freeze. We just keep it in the fridge and we eat it over a few days. Okay. 225 grams. 1 3/4 cups of plain flour. Okay. I'm actually doing it here. I said 225. All right, how does one keep the big cheese block from going bad? Then vacuum it in bags every time it's open. Yeah, so ideally, that's why I have postponed making the cake because I needed to use that and use it basically in one go. You can either vacuum pack it if you can, or I'll make the cake and then tomorrow morning I'll make pancakes with it and then cook with it all in one go. Ideally, yes, you would. That's why for me, it's not as, like I like the texture of it, but I'd rather buy it in a smaller portion, like half of the block, and that's what you can get from the deli section. So the same product, you can get it from the deli section, they cut it in half. They didn't have it available, so I had to buy the full block, which is like, I think it's like $10 or $11. But I usually only need half. I get a bit greedy sometimes, and I'm like, I'll use it, and then sometimes it spoils, which I hate. So if you've got a vacuum packer, I don't have one. One day I'd like to get one, but vacuum packers are great. Vacuum sealers, I've heard. Okay, baking powder. Oh, no. Great question, really great question. If all else fails, freeze it. If all else fails, and then whip it into something, like, use it in a cake once it's frozen. Like, I don't recommend freezing the cake, but freeze the ricotta, then use it in a cake, or use it in like a recipe, like a, what am I thinking? Like my corn dip from the website, the Mexican corn dip, 2 1/4 teaspoons. Okay, so we have 400 grams of ricotta, 115 grams of butter, 220 grams of sugar, 3 eggs, 225 grams of plain flour, 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder, some vanilla bean paste, Costco size, and then white chocolate and raspberries I'll get later. Oh, nice. Okay. Spatula. We're going to need a beater, hand mixer. I buy and freeze the mozzarella blocks usually for pizza after cutting in little blocks, just goes bad otherwise, yeah. How do you find the texture? Do you find that the texture changes with the mozzarella? Like once you defrost it? See you, Krista, thanks for being here. Okay. Alrighty, so we've got all our ingredients out, measured. So it's very, very simple. We've got a tin, which we're gonna line and prepare. This is a springform tin. Open it up. Get some baking paper. Open the big boy. Careful. 120 meters. Damn. I don't know if I'm the only one. Australians, when you think of 100 meters, do you think of like the running race? So I always think like, oh, this is just over. When we were kids at school, you would do like a 100-meter running race at like athletics and things. And I always put it like, when I see something that's, a certain, like a large number of meters, I think about like in comparison to like how big that would be for running a race. Every time. I'm like, you could run a race, you could run like a 100-meter race with this. Isn't that funny? Just the funny things that like, I got way too much. Okay. Yep, 400, okay. So that's one lap, yeah. All right. I just need to trim this. I was thinking about, I usually do much larger for a tray, and then I remembered we're only doing this size. Okay, so this is baking paper. Pop the baking paper underneath like this. Open your springform pan so it opens and then it locks. So open it up, put it on top like that, wiggle, lift it up slightly, and it locks in place. You can trim that excess off if you want. You don't need to. If you don't want to use a springform pan, just if you don't have one, they are recommended for like cheesecakes and quite a lot of cakes. I do like them because you don't have to invert them, flip them over to get the cake out. Just line the base and if you want the sides. But all we're gonna do is just spray the sides like that. Canola oil spray, or this is rice bran oil. Put aside, okay? Now into our large bowl, we are going to beat together our butter, sugar, vanilla. So, butter, sugar, and then vanilla bean paste, like that. And we want to beat these together until it's pale and fluffy. So we're aiming to beat it together so that we can dissolve some of the sugar. I use caster sugar or baker's sugar because it is a finer grained granulated sugar compared to granulated sugar, sorry. See, it starts to incorporate air and it'll go pale. Sometimes I leave like a little bit on the corner like that so you can see the difference of like how yellow the grass-fed butter is. Australian butter and New Zealand butter has, the cows are grass-fed, so the pigment comes through. The butter is a little bit richer, higher fat content than North American butter, some brands of North American butter. Okay. All right, we can start to beat in our eggs. Australian dairy cheese seems really nice. Yeah, nice happy cows. Just underpaid farmers, unfortunately. Farming industries, dairy farming is a bit of a shitty area to be involved in, I think. Well, farming in general worldwide. There's so much pressure on farmers. Okay. Good product, but the big grocery store chains want to keep the costs down, so they pay the farmers less. If you guys have Amazon Prime, check out Clarkson's Farm. Start with season 1, season 2 just dropped recently. And now that we've done with Ozark, we've started watching season 2 of Clarkson's Farm. It's really good. It just gives you an insight into farming from a British perspective, but it is very similar worldwide. Okay. So we're gonna add in our ricotta. So kind of just crumble it in. Quite satisfying. To the whole wide world. And then this breaks up the big chunks. Like that. Becomes quite fluffy. Make it go everywhere, all over your laptop. Yes. Don't need that anymore. Okay. That in there. Okay, so next thing is we've got our flour and the baking powder. You can do this in a little bowl if you want. But I'm just going to do it in here in a medium bowl. Whisk or using a fork. You just want to combine. The ingredients and distribute the baking powder around the flour, so that when it goes into the cake, you're not having some fluffy light bits over here and some denser bits over there. You can sift it if you want. Not necessary. All right, there we go. All right. Combine the dry ingredients into the wet mixture until just combined, scraping down the sides as you go. Cool. Spatula. So you don't want to over mix it, because then you're going to make it dense. All right. There we go. You could use the beater if you want, but you just got to be really gentle. Just find folding it is so much more effective. You need to make sure that the flour is, there's no big chunks of like ricotta batter. The flour is distributed nice and evenly, because you can have big pockets of like dense cake because there's no flour or no leavening of the baking powder in there. Okay. Look at that. Have a taste. You could cook it like that, super easy, but we're gonna add some raspberries. Frozen raspberries, fresh ones work well too. 1 1/4 cups. Try and break them up a little bit. I can open them. Whoop. I don't want to put that in there. Damn it. Big chunks in here. Cool. Raspberries. Back straight into the freezer. I have to, I've created a habit of doing this because so many times, more than I'd like to admit, I put the frozen veggies or fruit to the side. They defrost. I think that's how all those clumps were created. I'll throw myself under the bus for that. So it's just easier if you use it, put it directly back in the freezer. Okay, raspberries. Okay. And now white chocolate, if you want, we're gonna use 1/2 cup. Okay. Or more if you wanted to. See? Loving the tunes, thank ya. All right. So just folding these in, being really gentle, because the more you mix them, the more the colour kind of bleeds. You have a pink cake. Like that. Okay. Look at this. Look at that. It's such a really simple cake. And you can halve it if you don't want this much. You can make it into a 6-inch cake. This is 8-inch. Just break up any big chunks of raspberries. Like that. We'll self-level out. Look at that. Hey, Mod Pro. Thank you very much. Okay. Now you could add some lemon zest. I just realized. It's not in the recipe, but you can add some lemon zest, will be really nice. Like that. Lemon goes so well with raspberry. Okay, into the oven. Dropped a knife on the floor. We get that. Okay, that's it. Chicken cutlet time. Or chicken, crumb chicken time. Let's go with crumb chicken. Parmesan crumb chicken. Okay. Make sure you've got everything out. We're gonna write this all down because I got to get my notepad because I did it the other day and it was really great. I think I wrote it down in my notebook. We're just going to go over it again. This. Let's just say. My note-taking strategy is not the greatest. Butter, what was that recipe for? Butter, sugar, milk, vanilla, all-purpose flour, mini chocolate. Oh, edible cookie dough. Okay. I have this terrible habit of making recipes and not writing titles. Sugar cookie suggestions. Writing on the back of random things. Nice. As soon as we can make this electronic. Okay. What's your pick for keeping the coating on? Do you have a special trick? You have to have a look. We'll just watch. I do find that flour, egg, like flour, egg, panko, you don't want to make it too thick. I think that's one of the big things. And not picking it, like letting it sit on the fry pan and fry and only flipping it like minimally once or twice. The least you can touch it, the more you're not going to peel off the layer. Mm-hmm. Okay. So, this is going to go there. Now what's this? Crispy lemon chicken testing. Okay. Oh my goodness. this is the notepad I was using. Okay. Here we go. This is the wrong notepad. It was in here. Sex in a Pan recipe test. And the chicken. Both, Sex in a Pan has a title though. What are we going to call this? Parmesan crusted chicken. Okay, so we want 3 eggs, 60 grams of Parmesan grated. If I was Parmesan, there it would be. Okay, Parmesan, 3 eggs, parsley, just in the fridge, parsley. Parsley. Hey Google, set timer for 20 minutes. I don't want to take the wedges out yet. Okay, parsley, Parmesan, panko breadcrumbs, eggs, flour is there, salt and pepper. I think that's... Holy. 1, 2, 3, fabulous. Panko breadcrumbs are my favorite breadcrumbs. They're just crispier. They need less oil to go like crispier. You can toast these and then toast, like basically what you do is you put these, the panko breadcrumbs in a frying pan and then toast them. Then use that to bread the chicken and then air fry them or bake them. It just helps them go crispier because they're already crispy in the start. Like it makes the, you get that fried texture, but breadcrumbs haven't actually been fried. Does that make sense? Hey, bakery, welcome in. Just Google. Your Google just isn't listening today. Did you feed it? Hey, Google, set timer for 20 minutes.
20 minutes. And we're starting now.
Yeah, I think it needs a good kick. Okay. 1.5 cups of panko. I can't wait to get a KitchenAid and a nice knife block set. Oh, beautiful. So we want 3 bowls. Grumpy, you'll know when, in case mine doesn't go off, you'll know. You'll be able to tell me. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey, lovely. That's exciting. 3 eggs. What do you got planned? Like, what do you really want to focus on in your kitchen remodel? What are your plans? Yeah, cool. That's exciting. But I'd love to know what you've. Okay. So 3 eggs, 1.5 cups of panko. I didn't add flour here. Oh, because I did flour after. I didn't think it... We're going to do 1 cup of flour. Knocking down part of a wall for a kitchen island with built-in chairs. Built-in chairs. So like a bench seat. Deeper cabinets, drawers, and a trash can drawer. New sink with a new faucet. New backsplash, new countertops, new lighting with pendant. Beautiful. I'll be able to get my bigger pans out of my coat closet. Countertops is light gold and had dark blue lines running through it like a blueberry vein. Oh, wow. Is it, what kind of material is the stone top made from? Okay. So flour. And I don't know where my measuring cups are gone. Fry here. Not benches, actual chairs. Picked out everything. So the built-in chairs don't move. When you said they're built-in, what exactly does that mean? I think they do. Okay, cool. All right. 1.5 cups of panko, which is here. Panko breadcrumbs. 1. I'm not going to write grams for this. I don't think people like this is a savoury recipe. It doesn't need grams. Majority of the time I do grams only for baking. Okay, parsley here. We want 2 tablespoons. Like that. Okay, so you just want to kind of like hold it there, if you can. This is really coarse parsley. Just want to kind of like chiffon at it. It's very coarse, like it's very, I don't know, firm. I can't do grams, I'm not great at math. You don't have to be great at math. It's just like, you just have scales? Okay, parsley, so about 2 tablespoons there. Okay, with the Parmesan, this is, I can use Google to figure out the cups. I broke mine. Have to get another one. You should, yeah. Do you, your name is Bakery Works, so you work in a bakery, but do you, like what measurements do you use in the bakery? Oh. So, have that. Yeah, so that's 82 grams. We're gonna grate that and see. It's about like 1/3 of a cup. If you can add, if you want to add more, you can definitely do that. Yum dum, yum dum. My poor dishwasher is working, getting stuff out of it. Okay. I'm not a baker or a cake decorator. I package baked goods and other things, make garlic chips. I won't get to work by 4 a.m. to bake now anyway. I'm not a morning person. Oh, okay, so you work in a bakery. Okay, that makes sense. You can finely grate this, but if you've ever grated Parmesan finely, it's a lot of work. So I do it a little bit more coarse. You can buy finely grated Parmesan if you want. Like that. So what's happening is the panko breadcrumbs are going to give structure. The Parmesan itself is going to go crispy and give crunch and beautiful flavor, salty flavor. So we're not going to add any more salt for now. We're going to add black pepper. Okay. Okay, so that's about, let's see how much. That's 3/4 of a cup. Yeah. 3/4 of a cup. Straight into here. Need no filter. Like that. Make sure it's nice and combined. We're going to add some pepper. So what did I say? 1/2 teaspoon. This is white pepper. There we go. Your boss needed a hard worker, guessing, and I'm a reliable person to close the bakery. He chose me and I work it 5 days a week. I was mid-shift, had to get my set hours back because 3 different times a week was too much. Need routine. I understand that. Nice. There we go. Good on you for asking for what you needed. Breadcrumbs, that's it. This is the simple version. You can add some paprika in there, it's quite nice, but I didn't know if we should. I don't know. This is how I made it the other day. It's really easy. But I didn't know if I should add some chili flakes, and paprika. Oh my God, this is out of order. Okay, chili flakes. One teaspoon. Okay. I need to clean the camera. I do love that big pan. Yeah, it's a Tefal pan, a new pan that I got. I do really like it. It's very non-stick. And so I'm into a spice drawer like yours. Hey, yay, that's exciting. I honestly have to say that having the new spice drawer has really helped me go back to the way I used to cook in the old house. I used to use a lot more spices because when they're readily available, you use them more frequently. Like if they're easy, they're in front of you. I am very much out of sight, out of mind. If something is in front of me, I will use it consistently. And if it's ease of use, so if I have all my spices organized, labeled, and they sit here, then I'll be like, oh, then I have to, I don't have to walk around and get them. If they're here, I'll use them more. Simple. Garlic powder. I'm gonna add some garlic in here as well. I just realized there's no garlic powder. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Okay. 3 eggs, parsley, panko, chili flakes, 1 teaspoon of paprika. There we go. Like that. Then I just do this. Like massage it. Flavor you can see. Cool? Egg. He's a bit sad at the moment. And just flour. Cool? Now, finally is, put this little bit of Parmesan back in there. And then I put this in like a Ziploc bag. Hey Google, how long on my timer? I need both of these left for the wedges. Just realised. A new one. Hey Google, how long on my timer?
6 minutes and 17 seconds left.
Okay. So, chicken breasts in Australia seem to be much larger than everywhere else. So, I use grams, about 800 grams. Okay. Just making sure it's okay. All right. So, what I just do is grab it and then just make like pieces, and then I just cut it in half. So you can butterfly it or cut it all the way through. So it's just thinner. So it cooks more evenly, right, all the way through. You can pound it out if you want. I never have the patience or the care to pound, and you know, because I always find that the mallet gets dirty and just a lot more effort. I don't really care. I'd rather cut it thinner. Look at that. This, just get your knife on the side and just, speaking of knives, we're doing a Skillshare sponsored stream on Wednesday, which is quite exciting to get the opportunity to work with Skillshare. We're going to be doing one of their courses on stream, which is knife sharpening. It's going to be really fun, really simple. So get your knives, get a whetstone if you're wanting. I can get some equipment list if you want, and we can do it together. There'll be a link that you guys can hit to, I should put it in Discord today actually, so that you guys can learn about Skillshare. You get a free month subscription, and by you clicking the link and you signing up, it does help the stream. It is free, you can cancel it at any time. But it is great for courses. I did one on organisation about 2 weeks ago. I'm really big in self-improvement learning courses, kind of like investing in yourself. And one of the things I really like is organisation. And I did a course on Todoist and kind of planning out your day by tasks, not by tasks, by, yeah, it's really interesting. I'll link it to you. And that really helped me set up my calendar completely different of the week. And I thought something that we could do together would be knife sharpening. There's heaps of food stuff, life, fashion, heaps of courses to learn. All right. So that is 800 grams. So just under, 850, so just under 2 pounds. So that gives you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, kind of 7 big fillets, but we've cut some in half. Looks pretty good. Okay, so all you want to do is, I work in stations, so I wash my hands first. I've got 2 dogs that are pretty keen. And you can wear gloves. I see at Wednesday's stream, we'll be doing knife sharpening. And it's sponsored, which is quite exciting. Something that we've used before Let me find the gloves. Okay. Dirty hand, clean hand. I like to wear gloves so that the stuff doesn't stick to my fingers. Like, put that down so I don't set it on fire. Into this pan here, we're just going to add some oil. Turn it on. About 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Okay. I didn't dry my hands effectively. I found it a lot easier and cleaner to pound meat with a rolling pin rather than a mallet. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. So, what we want to do? Yes. So what I was saying is the breadcrumbs on their own, put them in a dry fry pan and toast them. You can add a little bit of oil if you want, but you can toast the breadcrumbs in the oven or on the fry pan first. They go brown and crunchy. Then do the same thing, put them directly in the air fryer. That's an easy way. Helps them go crunchier quicker if you cook the panko first. But exactly the same way doing it, you can add into the air fryer, the oven as well. It's just a little trick. Now, so eggs is going to act like your glue. I'm going to show you the difference. Might do this for dinner tonight. Yes, sounds good. Did you write the ingredients down, Grumpy? All right, so just whisk that. Okay, grab your piece of chicken. I need to get a fry. Flipper. One moment. Oh, I can tell you if you want to write it down. Stop. Oh, it listens to me now. Hey Google, set timer for 8 minutes. All right, so I've just got a spatula now.
8 minutes, starting now.
Flour. Okay, so flour in there, egg, and then breadcrumbs. So I just like cover them and then press down. Give it a shake, like that. Egg again. Dip. And then I've got clean hand, dirty hand. So clean hand for a utensil and do everything else. And then I've got the dirty hand, which is covered in crumbs. I find that using a glove, everything sticks a little bit less. Like it would stick. Whoa. I should have wiped out. I should have wiped out the pan before I put the oil in there. I thought I did. So that it's reacting with the water from the fry pan. So I just got out of the dishwasher. Damn it. So the water and the oil don't like each other. They're not friends. Okay. So, and then now we add it into the pan. Cool. So, chicken, flour, shake it. So the flour is going to attach to the natural kind of moisture of the chicken to then help it grip. Okay, so breadcrumbs. And what you want to do also is flip it, as minimal as possible. Because then the more you touch it, the more you're moving the chicken and possibly peeling off the breading layer. Okay? The thinner the slices of chicken are, the quicker they're going to cook, so you need to be aware. Cad, how was your week? Weekend? See, I always say weekend when it's during the week, and then asking people the wrong time. Against us, paradise. Give it a shake. You don't have to double dip it if you don't want to. Look at that. So good. Looks delicious. No face milkers, welcome in. Weekend was good. How many times have you been to the new not Dunkin's, Krispy Kreme store since it opened? Like that. I refuse to comment on the ground so I can remember that myself. Do you know the moment? Okay, momentarily went through my mind. I was like, oh, you shouldn't call Cat out like that. That's a bit rude. He probably, hasn't been since, and that's a bit rude. You asking, see? And then I regret nothing. What did you use for the breading? Great question. Give me 2 seconds, and I will let you know. I'll get this. Okay, so we have 3 eggs in the middle bowl. The right bowl is 1 cup of plain flour, and then 1 cup of flour, 3 eggs, and then in this right bowl with the breading is 2 tablespoons of parsley, 1.5 cups of panko breadcrumbs, 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of Parmesan, a teaspoon of black pepper or white pepper ground, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of paprika. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Very nice. Technically, I haven't been back since they opened, but I may have gone Nice. What flavour? Oh, good. Don't get the other flavours. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think Krispy Kreme is great, but the only flavour that is good and worth getting is the original glaze. The filled ones are gross. Just saying. So you can fry these like that and then put them in the oven if you wanted to finish them off. So that means you can prepare ahead of time and you don't have to worry about feeding your family, and have, you standing over the stove cooking everything individually. Pan fry them the surface and then finish them in the oven. I prefer Donut King. Stop making me hungry. Oh, with tilapia, that would be a good idea. Yeah. With some fish instead. My stepdad is on a fishing trip. My uncle Andrew and Paul are on a fishing trip at the moment. And then when they get back, we're making fish tacos. So they get back in about a week. Fish tacos. I know you guys have been pretty keen. I had a few requests for fish tacos. Plain cake donuts is where it, ooh, Dex. Interesting. I prefer glazed donuts, but I do like a Boston cream donut or like fresh. If you go to New Zealand, in Wellington, there's a place that's famous for their burgers. I forget what it's called, but the next door they have a bakery and probably some of the best donuts I've ever had. They're filled with like this really rich whipped vanilla cream. Stop. Not at Krispy Kreme, OG right out of the fresh glaze. Yeah. Right. Look how good they are. You guys, can you see? And see the breading stays on my poor, sad GoPro. Better. It's been right for them to say this. It's coming from my heart. Yes. He's at work. Monday's his busy day. I did this last time with 500 grams of chicken, and I'm running out of egg. So, yeah, that's one thing. It's like, depending on how much you double dip and whatever, you might need like another egg. Let it go. Just top up with a little bit of extra oil as you need. I'm just using like maybe like half a teaspoon occasionally just to let it fry. But yeah, air fryer, sorry, would be great. Look at that. The sizzle. You have a new one. Hey, Bo. What do you feel? Oh no, it's new, but can you take it back? So I don't, I'm going to call this Parmesan crusted chicken. That's like, what would you guys call this? It's not really a schnitzel. I don't know. Because it's more Italian inspired. And how would you serve it? Like, do you want the recipe just like this? Or would you serve it, like, would you like a full recipe with like mash or? This can be used in like burgers, sandwiches, for those North American people. You can also do, what else? Just with mash, gravy. I have a Twitch channel. It's called MissMollyMakes.com. You have, but I get what you mean, writing people's ideas down. Okay. Look how good. Mash and gravy. We're doing it with wedges today. Very similar spices, but with wedges. Speaking of that, we need to get the cake out. Test it. And that's it. Like it's 3 bowls, a chopping board, minimal dishes. And a fry pan, obviously. A fry pan. And salad for us, yeah? Okay. Okay. All eyes on us. Say, oh, we are. Okay. So it cooks quite a bit. I'll probably tweak the recipe to have 500 grams, 1 pound of chicken, because this probably feeds a bit much. And this is 800 grams, which is nearly 850 grams. It's nearly 2 pounds. It's a bit much, I think. Okay. Cake is not done yet. Okay, wedges are looking good. These are the wedgies. I'm just going to drizzle a little bit more oil, like that. Give them a toss. These are first things first wedges. Like that. Looks good. Back in the oven for a little bit longer. So the recipe for this is in First Things First. Put these bad boys. There we go. Little salad, what do we think? What oil do you recommend best for frying chicken? Like deep frying chicken? If you're deep frying, I use like a rice bran oil. Pan frying, this is olive oil because it doesn't get too hot. But avocado oil is good. But depending on your, it's expensive to get some high smoke, like avocado oil to deep fry in. There's just not the quantities. Okay. A simple salad. Broccoli salad? Okay, I'm going to challenge myself to make something with carrot, broccoli, corn. Yeah, they would make great chicken burgers. Unfortunately, I didn't think of that until we've already used our chicken, our burgers I had. Okay, broccoli, red onion, carrot, corn. What did I cut the chicken with? Did I use this knife to cut the chicken? I just want to show you what this looks like. Like that is your chicken. Really crispy. Look at that. Yeah. Really good, hey? The only problem is, I don't know if I use this knife. I'm gonna wash it. All right. Oh. Ready? You want to get a bit closer? Oh. Can you see how juicy it is? Oh my God, why isn't it focusing? Whoa. Look, there we go. Look at that. Crispy outside, wonderful inside. Look at that. Mmm. Yum. Mmm. Mm. Delicious. Marinara dip, yeah. That's what I said with it last time when I made it for Exceed last week. I don't know if marinara is right to go with it. I don't know. To make it more like a Parmigiana. It's just so simple and spectacularly easy for like during the week, whenever you want. Sliced chicken, bang, 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 fry. Okay. Gonna make a quick salad. So, red onion. Into here. Is that still zoomed in? Nope. Grated carrot. Like that. And then corn. Do you ever use the other side? Sometimes I use the big grater, sometimes the small grating side, very rarely. And then I have used that the other day to do sliced carrots, but never that side. That side like scares me. Have you seen these big graters? Like this one's, oh, I don't get it. This one's like pokey as it is. I'm just scared I'll slip and even hurt myself even more. Cabbage. One corn ear. I haven't used anything but the big grater, yeah? Mainly, I use the big one as well. Okay, corn. Yeah, for cheese. Cheese and carrot. Carrot for tacos. Carrot in sandwiches. Cabbage. Don't grate onions unless you want to cry. All right. So orange, purple, corn. Corn, like fresh corn like this is okay, but you just want to warm it slightly. Add some love into it. Enliven it. Go extra. And you want to like make it a bit more, what's the word? Like grill it? Make it more grill it, yeah. You know what I mean. You want to grill the corn. Like that. I was making Buddy Oliver's chicken meatballs. Who is Buddy Oliver? I don't know Jamie Oliver. Oh, Buddy Oliver is Jamie Oliver. Look, there you go. How old is Buddy Oliver? Is it a recipe that Jamie has created for Buddy? I don't know. Okay, bit of broccoli. I'm not the greatest, most adventurous or I don't have the best ideas when it comes to salad, but this is good. Trust me. You don't have to. 12, is this Buddy Oliver's son? He's 12, or Jamie Oliver's son is 12 years old. All right, when you're cutting, you should cut the stalks 3/4 of the way through and then pull them apart, okay? Stops the little like flowers breaking apart. Just pull it apart like that. You get little mini trees. My cousin taught me that. He's 12. Okay. Jamie Oliver or Gordon Ramsay? Oh, what did I say? Huh? Jamie Oliver. Oh, that's okay. You don't have to put it in the Discord. It's all right. But if you have, it's cool. Okay. Small pieces of broccoli because they're crunchy and they don't really like that. Corn. Okay, don't I always say that I can't ever choose the right vessel? It's too small. It's too small. We need to check on this cake one more time. Made a mess today. Right, you can test the internal temperature. I usually go by like a wiggle test or pressing. See, I already know by pressing that it doesn't spring back. Well, like this springs back quickly, whereas the inside, the middle doesn't. So I already know that it's not cooked yet. Turn the
You've
temperature
got
down a
mail.
bit. Quick, how much do I cut off asparagus to bake in the oven, Molly? Just the end. Just the end. Like about like the width of your thumb. Like the white, the stalk, the end of it is usually like a little bit white. Just go to a green. Just a small bit. All right. We need a bigger bowl. I don't know. All right. Who votes a bigger bowl? I do. I think I do. But what we're going to do is we're going to do upside down salad. This. Honey. Honey, honey, honey. You could add some chipotle and adobo if you wanted, or some hot sauce. Exceeding, I like hot sauce. Nah, I don't do red. I don't really often do bell pepper or capsicum. Hot sauce. Yeah, neither have I. I just made it up on the spot. Honey, about a tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons, like that. Then we get mayo, kupi, and lemon juice, lime juice, or vinegar. About a third of a cup of mayo, like that. Like that. So sweet, little bit spicy, not very much. Creamy and zesty from the lime juice. I use this because I'm a bowler, okay?
Delicious.
Delicious, I agree, Aussie Wheels. Welcome back. Thank you for your resub. Hope you're being well. Thank you for 4 months. Alrighty. Okay. Dump that all in there. Give it a mix. You could put like cranberries or raisins or something sweet, dried fruit, what do you call them? See how messy I am today. You could put in dried cherries. Look at that. Doesn't it look so good? And then make it look pretty again by putting it into your bowl. Yeah. Corn, broccoli, carrot, cabbage, a little bit of red onion. Could do spring onion or scallion in there. It's kind of like, tastes like a Thousand Island dressing. It had tomato sauce or tomato ketchup instead of the hot sauce if you wanted to. Okay, and then we do this. Get rid of that. Keep the chopping board for 2 seconds. Clean up your mess. Get it away. I need this. Like that. Parsley, And then use the side of your grater. Now you guys have inspired me, just this small one. Now we've been talking about it. I don't really make like recipes on the fly very often like that. Well, do I? Yeah, I do. But like that was, I didn't think about it. Like I hadn't planned today's menu other than the chicken. All right, it depends how cheesy you want your wedges. These no, I put them in the dishwasher, man. It's all good, it's so easy. Yeah, let's do more. Let's put it in the dishwasher. Rinse it if you want. Okay. Okay. Like that. Let me just get a cloth. And the thing that I love is just being able to do this. Just open the bin and just straight in there. If you don't have a bin like that's close by, get a bench bin. It's what we used to do in the old kitchen. It's basically the size of like an office, like little bin about this big, and you put a liner in it and put it on your bench, and literally just open things and put it in there, and then the mini bin. And once you're done cooking, take the bin liner out, put it in the bin, and it makes your workflow so much easier, not having to hold, you know, scraps and walk them to the other side of the kitchen or the bin, like to the bigger bin. And bench bin is great. Okay. Here we go. This is, first things first, wedgies. Oh, hello. Like that. Cool. Parsley. Over top. And then Parmesan. Just let it sit for a few seconds and the cheese will kind of melt slightly. So they've got, first things first, Mexican seasoning on there. Parmesan. Dip them in like a chipotle mayo if you wanted to. Look how good. That's a crispy one. Yeah. Look at that. Hot. Really hot. Magnifique. Easy. All right, it is 11 o'clock. We've made wedges, we've made crumb chicken, we've made a cake, and we've made a salad. How amazing. Full dinner in less than 3 hours. And talking. The salad is so good. This is what I find really annoying, is I made this up on the fly, didn't really measure anything, but it's so good that, like, this would be really great to share. Okay. He did. He got breakfast. Oh, I burned myself. You just weren't here, Cad. Oh, he did get, he got toasted ham, cheese, tomato, mustard, mayo, a bun. 2. Look at this. Good. I want like that, and they all fell out of my hand. Exceed's going to be happy because he loves this. Loves wedges, loves potato, loved the chicken the other night. Just make sure you grab the little crumbs, like the Parmesan bits and parsley. Let's just get that a good bit. There we go. And nice portion of the salad. There we go. Look at that. What do you think? Jean! Do you want me to teach you a really simple, like a marinara sauce to go on top of it? We've got some time. I think the cake's not ready yet. You want a marinara sauce? Nearly done. Okay. So, the things you will need are small saucepan, tin of chopped tomatoes. This is cheat molly. Like this is super easy. Well, not cheat molly. This is what I do all the time. Okay. A tin of crushed tomatoes. Tin of crushed tomatoes. Like that. Turn it on. Okay. Teaspoon of garlic powder. Paprika. Just got half a teaspoon of each. That's until I tweak it. Hold on. Salt, half a teaspoon. Quarter of a teaspoon of chili flakes. Basil. Quarter of a teaspoon. Oregano. Quarter of a teaspoon. Quarter teaspoon of parsley. Like that. You could add a little bit of red wine in there if you wanted as well. And then half a teaspoon of cumin. Like that. You don't have to add the cumin. Don't add the cumin. Don't add the cumin. Don't add the cumin. Let's take the cumin out. No cumin today. Mix it. Simmer it for like 15 minutes. Nah, 10 minutes. Nah, 5. 5 to 15 minutes. Let's go there. Until it reaches, like it simmers, it starts to cook the tomatoes. It caramelizes, and that's your sauce. Like it's so easy. Don't add the cumin. Don't add the cumin. 15 or 10 or 5, whatever. Just until your desired thickness. I didn't add pepper. Quarter to half a teaspoon of pepper. And that's it. Sometimes I add red wine, but usually not. Just warm it for 90 seconds. No, it needs longer than that. But that is a really simple recipe that I just kind of use on anything. That's a base of chopped tomatoes like that is how I cook a lot of sauces. But the thing is with tomato-based sauce like this, low and slow. Like you need to cook down, caramelize the tomatoes, the sugar, good adult activities, you need to go low and slow. Okay. And I like it to be a little bit thicker. Like that. Look at that. What do you think? Oh, this crunchy. It's so thin. It's my type of chip. Like you'll see that it goes from bright red, and as you start to simmer it and cook it, it'll deepen and go like a richer, deeper, reddy, purpley reddy colour. And that's what you want. Did you try the salad? Yeah, it's really good. You could choose that? That's so nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah. This is super light, crunchy, sweet. It's kind of like a Thousand Island dressing. The corn in there. So you can add seeds, you can add nuts, you could add dried fruit in there as well if you want. That's just a super easy rainbow salad. Okay, I think the cake's ready now. Okay. So the cake, see how it springs back more now? All good. So this is the ricotta raspberry ricotta cake from the website. You can use raspberries, you can use other fruit. So good. I'm gonna make this next time I'm ordering groceries. So I'm adding everything I need for this. No worries. Please tag me or put a photo in our Discord. Anytime you're making a recipe, if you're on social media, please tag us, Miss Molly Makes. Hashtag Miss Molly Makes. I would really love to share it and see it. It makes me really happy. It's one of the reasons why I keep doing this. Like that, why I love cooking and I love sharing recipes. I'll tag you in the grocery invoice. Let me know. Okay. All right, what is your DOTD? Dish of the day. Are you team crispy chicken? Are you team wedges? Salad? What do you like? Or cake? Crispy chicken? Think the chicken? And so this will go on the website and it will be, like I'll take a photo of it like this and then I'll take a photo, hopefully I can make it into a burger. What else do you think, how else do you think we should use this chicken? Potato and mash is a good idea. All of it? Yeah, you like all of it? That's good. Must belong to someone. Will fly. Dipping it in the sauce chicken salad. Yeah? You could put some, yeah, that's a good idea. I don't know where a knife is. Let's just do this. Chicken, dip it in the sauce. A wrap, that's a good one. Yum. So good. Look at that. Beautiful. There we go, that's better. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's a bit spicy. Thank you for being here. Yeah, so the idea of this with fish would be good. But you could do chicken the same way, panko, Parmesan. I like the idea of fish. That's a good idea, good suggestion. This will cool down, and then I'm updating the photos on the website. So if you want to see this, it is already on the website, raspberry ricotta cake. So good. I wish it was cooler that I could cut it open, but I'll show you on Wednesday what it looks like. It's so good. And then I'm gonna try and remake this and create a recipe for it because this salad is so delicious. Just great for every day. And literally just use all of the off bits, not off bits, but kind of like the bits in my pantry, in my fridge. Broccoli, carrot, corn, cabbage, and some onion. Like really, really easy. For the recipe you may release today, do you remember what stream you made it? Oh, no. But if you go onto YouTube, you'll be able to search. It was a long time ago. It was maybe like 3 months ago. But go YouTube. YouTube, you'll be able to find it. If you can't find it, message me on Discord in general or something, and I'll have a look. Good. Today's recipe is chipotle chicken or chipotle salmon bowls. First one to make it gets VIP. Okay. Where shall we go and visit today? So Wednesday next stream is we're doing knife sharpening course with Skillshare. So it's a sponsored stream working with Skillshare. I have a link that I will post and share. I would love if you guys signed up. It's free for a month of Skillshare, and it it's a track link, one of those things that it's free for you guys to support the channel. You can cancel without getting, for the month if you want to, but it is really great to look into Skillshare about learning small courses or longer courses on things like indoor plants, looking at productivity like me that I've been doing, like upgrading, like knowledge of how to take better photos with your iPhone or your, mobile phone. We're going to be doing knife sharpening on Wednesday, which I thought I'd find, and we asked if we could share you on stream and do it together, and it's good. So get excited for that. And then we're doing a short rib ragu. So we're going to do some ragu with some pasta. It's going to be really great. Up level, yeah, up level. Okay. Any suggestions who we should raid? Someone different. The Sims. I feel like we do so many of these people all the time. Hold on. So who's cooking? Someone different. Who is someone cooking with? Not. Oh, excuse me. All right, the Karma Hunter. That sounds good. Did we rate him the other day? No. The Karma Hunter. Let's go there. Please stick around. Making sushi. All right. Thank you for those who have supported the channel today and supported me in being here. Aussie Wheels resub for 4 months. Peace One for 42 months. Royal Rectum for 25 months. Commander Shepherd gifted to Arbitrator. Thank you everyone for being here. Please copy and paste the raid call message. Thank you all for your time and I hope you have had a great weekend and let's go into a fantastic week. Take care, brush your hair, be good to yourself and those around you this week. Do something special for someone that you love or you don't know, a complete stranger, a random act of kindness, and let me know about it, okay? See you guys.